One sheet of Bounty versus one sheet of the competitive brand. One sheet of Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Get more done with one. Bounty, the quicker picker upper. Isn't it great that T-Mobile's got home internet? T-Mobile home internet is all you talk.
Hey, Sheldon. I am a big sparkling. Coming up with a title for these live streams are sometimes frustrating, and sometimes I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to write the dumbest thing I can imagine.
Taco Bell's 5, 7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes take you on lavish adventures. Doug.
There it is, leaving the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customized.
Oh my commercials. Stop.
Crazy about his young as me. Crazy about his young as me. Crazy about his young as me.
Yo, Ginger, what is up, my dude? Yeah, I saw you that page you put up with the smashed guy's face and everything. You know, it's interesting, Jason. Like, I thought that the art you were doing when you were showing the first pages on it, the digital stuff, looked absolutely fine, like no problems. But then I see you just switching over to this analog stuff, and I just might have some kind of weird unconscious bias that I don't mean to, but something about it looks a little better. And I feel weird saying that because I'm not trying to say that your digital stuff wasn't good, but I think you know what I mean. There's just something a little bit more organic and raw about it that just fits, you know? And I love everything you're putting up, man. Ice Cream Cat, hello, how's it going? Yeah, and as per usual, like I've said before, if and when the time comes, if you wanted to slip a 2 or 3 page kind of preview in the back of the thing I'm doing, if you want to slip it in, if you know what I'm saying, that's always an option. And we're still a little bit out from needing that kind of, done, but that would be super awesome. Yeah, absolutely, man. That'll be super awesome. Did you get into the super violent stuff, Jason? When you went analog, was it not the super violent stuff to start? Because just in a way, if it's the slicker, quote unquote, digital look, and then suddenly it goes to analog when it gets hyper violent, maybe that would help the feel of it in a way.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya, with rapid relief in 4 weeks.
Thanks, Ice Cream Cat. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, maybe it'll just help in an unintentional way. And it might even be as subtle as like, it's not something that a person actively think about when they're reading it, but it's one of those like subconscious things that their brain kind of picks up on.
Nobody lives without a soul in hand. As the joy expands in a soul your land. How could they reside? Poison blues.
Yeah, for book 4, I was just kind of looking at it and I was like, good Jesus Lord, did I slack that thing in places, especially the central figure. That's a major problem that I have where I can be hyper focused on one thing that I'm drawing and miss major glaring issues with other parts of it that should be super obvious. And I mean, this is just for me to kind of prove that I'm better than I was. Because I'm not going to, I mean, I guess if I start reprinting the book, which I've done at least once, maybe twice, I could swap out the cover. You know, if I like this one better, well, I know I'll like this one better, but it's honestly just a little vanity thing for me. I'm just like, oh my God, that other one fucking sucks. Looks like I had an epileptic seizure when I did it.
Keep her up and away we'll go, away, Santiana. And away
Yeah, you look at something you did and you're like, what did my brain just shut off? And so I don't know.
Something I work out into along the plains of Mexico, either up and away, Santiana. Either up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico, Santiana, Ford, go, Santiana. Around Cape Horn through the ice and snow.
Saboteur, how's it going? Oh yeah, Ginger, trying to get set up because the table shakes. I mean, I'm sure people notice when I do mine. I mean, my camera is mounted right to my table, and so it shakes, but I have nowhere else to put it. So I just put it where I can to get the happy fun times. That's what she said. And it's just what it is. Which is why I am a fourth-rate YouTube channel with cut-rate production. Somebody told me on one of my videos recently, the Snake Eyes video, that said, like, you need a better editor. And I'm like, yeah, that's just me and my cheap-ass fucking setup, so whatever. We're not here for high production value. Panda, my dude. Oops. Panda, your stuff hasn't shown up by any chance yet, has it? A editor.
Liberty Mutual customized. Wait, am I in one of those Liberty Mutual commercials where they stand in front of the statue of...
Okay, sorry. People are throwing questions at me. The thing with the I've discovered with the little, I just have this little basic editing program on that comes with my phone, and whenever I do a thing where I speed up or slow down a video clip that I insert, it will throw off the alignment of the audio to the video, either in that spot or sometimes in another spot on the video, and then it changes up the audio in ways that wasn't present when I rewatched it in the editing program itself, when I was like, okay, I got it done, let me play it all through, and it works. But then when I save it, it distorts it or misaligns it and makes it a little janky. And so, when I have what I like to think of as a clever idea, just something that makes me laugh. Honestly, when I do the videos, when I throw in some editing, it's more of just my brain just thinking of something in the moment, and I'm like, I'm just going to throw my inner thought into this clip right here. And it's just to kind of make it kind of, the idea is hopefully to make people kind of laugh at a you know, like Liefeld has a plethora of inkers. I'm like, oh my God. Um, Fucking the Three Amigos and that whole scene. So, like a Bediter, right? Ginger. So I just looked on Amazon. I've got this. Just it's a clamp connected to a flexible metal arm with just a big clamp hand that connects to it. I could take a picture of it and send it to you later. But it's just this flexible thing that kind of goes in any position. It only costs like $30. Wasn't really anything. If it was like twice as long, I could attach it to something else away from my desk. Yeah, Panda. I'm excited. I'm always a little nervous that I've never had the books not get there, but there's always the first time, right? I get you, Adam. And I appreciate that. I respect it. Um, I'm just trying to make things a little bit more entertaining. I feel like I've got a sense of humor in there somewhere that could, maybe be enjoyed. But of course, like how you mentioned, there is the unique factor. So I understand. But you don't have to worry about becoming a major thing because I just don't have the time or ability to turn into an every video thing. But no, I appreciate that, Adam, because it makes me feel validated in a way, that my stupid little setup and approach. I mean, it's working clearly, at least to some degree. But I also sometimes feel like, am I missing an opportunity to reach a wider audience? I don't know. I do want to make more videos, like an occasional one with better production values that look like the quote unquote other streamers and YouTubers that do that kind of stuff. But hopefully, with my theoretical sense of humor and approach, it will still retain some kind of charm. But say you make videos for a living and your simple setup or my setup is so simple. I mean, yeah, it's literally all I had. I'm like, let's just turn on the camera and go. Let's just, and a lot of people have mentioned they like the kind of casual environment. Like, we're just talking about comics, and Rob's got a foul mouth and an occasional sense of humor, and hopefully some insights that doesn't make him sound like a complete idiot. I do have this one thing that I keep thinking of doing, and I cannot get it out of my head, and I'm going to try it on my own, and it's going to be hard, but I can't get it out of my head, and I keep writing the script in my head. I'm real close to writing it down. For anybody that knows, yeah, it's just 10 more things that could go wrong. Yeah, let's see. You've tried shooting top-down stuff with mics and 5K camera and a light box with a big soft dome. It's just asking for more trouble. I get you. Yeah. Josiah, I mean, yeah, this is me, man. No AI here, my dude. But this idea I have, I've kind of casually mentioned it once before, but any of you guys out there watch that YouTube channel, Pitch Meetings with, oh my God, I forget the guy's name. I was saying it to myself all day. Um, Pitch Meetings, that guy's like, so you got a movie for me? Um, I've got this idea for like, it's just ripping off his format 100%. So it's just like, it would be like a one off and it would start out with apologies to Ryan, what's his name? Anyway, but it's just kind of like comic book publisher guy and then comic book creator guy. And it's just basically pitching Youngblood, like the first issue and the characters and the setup. And I swear, like as dumb as it sounds, I keep coming up with like lines and bits that even make me laugh. Like if I could make it happen the way I see it in my head. Ryan George is his name. It's like, so you've got a comic book pitch for me? It's like, yes, sir, I do. It's, and then kind of briefly mention all these artists work for Marvel and they wanted to come over here. And so now we've got this thing and this thing. Well, what's going to be the first book? And I don't know. It's just supposed to be like a, all due respect due to the original guy and just a funny thing. And I would just do it the one time, just as a gag. But I keep coming up with stuff in my head that I think it would be funny. I could be wrong. I could be setting myself up for massive failure, but yeah, Jerry Gaines. That's literally the book I'm working on. I've been working on for the last year. It's all penciled and inks are almost done from Mr. Chuck Gibson, and it's going to be a crowdfunder here soon enough. Yeah, it's funny. You're like, really? But it's also not a book to make fun of Liefeld. That's one of the things that I think is interesting about it, is that it's not to rip on him. I do that plenty elsewhere. It's to just complete the story on that one issue that I'm parodying that he never finished. And I'm just going to finish the story. And I go pretty hard. That's what she said. He's doing the whole thing. When I first got going, Jason, I did ask him. I said, "Hey, do you want to do all the pages, or do you want me to ink here and there just so you don't feel overburdened?" And he said, "Why don't I ink a couple just to kind of help keep the pace up?" I was like, "Sure." So I inked 2 pages. There's 2 of them done at the beginning that I did. But then I just decided to stop and just pencil the thing to the end. And he's kind of been on board with just doing everything. So he's got every page minus 2. And we talked about, I'll get those pages in his hands and he could throw some like gray tone, kind of zip tone stuff on top of it. So the visual language looks a little bit more consistent rather than it's kind of his look and then mine that are just straight black and white. And then he can, add some gray tone to it. And then, yeah, but it's like every page of the comic story -2, but it'll still have his hand on it. And then, of course, the cover. Mark, what's up, my dude? Yeah, it's crazy, Ginger Bear. I think he's got some stuff he's going to want to work on his own after this, but for a kind of a launch thing. I just like this. What more could a guy ask for? Like a guy in my position, what more could I ask for?
What is Dutch Crafters? It's the bed for sleeping in on Saturdays and the custom dresser to put everything in the right place. Your soul will never be released.
This is something that I just found from another guy's channel. YouTube channel. It's Rez. If you could see it right there, your soul will never be released. A guy put up some of his art and had this song playing in the background, and I loved it, so I just grabbed onto it. But yeah, it's got an awesome like cyberpunk beat. What I love is that my children love it too. Like, Dad, play that song where it's that your soul will never be released. I'm like, oh shit, your mom's not gonna like that one. She could go fucking suck an egg. Tell him to go suck an egg. I shouldn't say that. I have a good relationship with my kid's mom, but still, there's a little mean part of me that would like, ooh, fucking, shut the fuck up. Listen to your fucking shit ever again. God damn it.
All day, all day, all day.
You like 90s industrial music, it's very close in tone. I wouldn't know about that. I have no idea about that kind of thing. I'll trust your judgment on it, but maybe there's a whole genre of music I'm missing out on that I might be really into.
Now what is this that I can't see without school's hands keeping hold of me? When God is gone and the devil takes souls, who will have mercy on your Death that come to take the soul, leave the body and leave it to draw the flesh up off the frame, done and burned both heaven and clay.
Oh, Ginger Bear, Rez is badass. A huge fan of all her. You say her? I didn't know that. I knew nothing beyond the name. So it's a lady. That's awesome.
No silver, no gold, nothing satisfies but your soul. Well, I am death, none can excel. I am the door to heaven or hell.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Big, huge. I'm being told this is Legal Union from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his partner, Doug, is the gentleman. Oh, I'm the security guard.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The thing about long-term relationships is sometimes you need to spice things up.
With the irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead.
In the cage, they are stuck on the stages on their way to bring the giant down. The screams and cemetery face grow. Put on the devil's wings. The key of the free go. She's sentimental news. Hours and feel the web of Making scary sounds.
Yeah, this is Rob Zombie. I'm pretty sure you've probably heard it somewhere. I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan, I gotta be honest, but there's some songs he's done that I'm like, okay, that shit's some awesome stuff.
Make you hear.
Yeah, Ginger, I'm gonna look that up later when I get done here. I'm kind of curious. I know one song from Power Man 5000. Probably the one song everyone knows.
I was standing, you were there to watch me ride it, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years if I hurt you. I made one promise, told you if we could fly, if we all have wings. But some of us don't know why. I was standing, you were there to watch the light. They could never, ever tear us apart. I was standing, you were there to watch the light. They could never tear us apart.
understanding. I was there to welcome collided, and they can never tear us apart. What is it really? What's going on here? Don't tell the control. Now it's in the body out there. Now what the fuck are we? 'Cause we can't go. What is it really that is in your head? What is it that you had just got? Oh Lord, I mean, I wanna take it over. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Ready to go? Now the light you give it some, I'll be your guy.
Mr. Mello, how are you, man?
TurboTax locations are now open in your neighborhood. So, hand off your taxes to an expert today. Now, local experts.
Well, glad you're here to sit and chill. Light boxing from the. I have 11 by 17 copy paper. That's what I do all the blue pencil on. And then I light box onto the Bristol board. Yeah. Todd, what's having a horrible time picking up then? What? Do I have shitty audio again?
This is I don't know what the fuck your name is. I'm trying to heal something's magnetic here. If I could approach you, even getting close to the sun that you left behind, it would be fine.
You know, it's actually not a copyright strike. Every live stream, about a day later, I get a notification from YouTube saying that copyright music has been picked up, and then it depends on the turn it down here. It depends on the owner of the music. Usually, 90% of the time, it's just saying that my video, like the live stream, cannot be monetized, which is fine. And then other owners of music will have it blocked globally and you can't play it. But it gives me the option to go into it under the YouTube creator app that you use when you have a channel. And it has a function where it can edit out the music but leave the speech. So I'll go through and do that so that the live stream is replayable for the random 1 or 2, 3 people on occasion who want to re-listen to it. So it just cuts out the music on those ones that are blocked. And it's like anything owned by Paramount. They are fucking hardcore on that stuff. But most other things, it just says you can't monetize this. But it says very clearly in the email that this is not a copyright strike. It does not affect your channel. So I'm not worried about it anymore. I've been doing it for so long the exact same way. It's just understanding that the live stream cannot be monetized, but I don't care because none of my live streams are ever viewed enough to get money from them in terms of like replay ad revenue. It's irrelevant, but it's more useful to me as a tool to just interact with people on a live basis and have fun drawing and talking. So I used to be kind of concerned about it, but there's nothing to be worried about. Yeah, Sheldon. Rob is the light boxing champion. Almost. Yeah, I haven't had my feet actually shut off. So I'm just lucky so far, but like I said, I've been doing it long enough that I'm kind of used to what they say is the problem, so not concerned about it. Oh, I like this next song. One of my best friends sent it to me and said, "This makes me think of you." So private conversations wrapped up in that, but it makes me think of that friend of mine. Yeah, Todd, they're just available to watch, and on occasion, you're probably one of them. You're probably being a smartass. I know you watch a lot of my stuff, but yeah, people go back and it's not very often. But like I've gotten like somebody sent me like a happy birthday message from the live I did on my birthday. Or whether it was on my birthday or the day after or whatever it was. I can't remember exactly, but you know, like more than a week later, I got a belated happy birthday and it was attached to that live stream. How dare I accuse you? Bradley Eldar Art, how's it going?
With these hands I shake the heavens to the ground. I leave the guns to rest.
haven't listened to this song in a long time. I like this one.
I'm looking to the kingdom lands, garden castles, and looking of day. Lost it all, dead broken mind, backs against the walls. I'm just trying to breathe, just trying to figure it out. Because I thought these walls to watch them crumble down. Saying, but I lost it all. But who can save me? I stood above another one. You above the crowd. I was the fear of man. But I was blind. I couldn't see the world right in front of me. But now I can. Yeah. Cause I lost it all. Dead and broken.
Yeah, Bradley, absolutely. I have to do that. If I don't do that, they'll shift all over the place. So they're taped at the top and the bottom, or sometimes on the side. Just depends on what's on the original art on the under paper. But yeah, if I didn't do that, this stuff would be all over the place. It's really obnoxious. So I don't draw to specific music, Mr. Mello. If I'm feeling like, if I'm in like a good drawing mood, I'll play all kinds of music, because all kinds of music, it's all good. So when I'm drawing, I just have to just be listening to something that I like, but it can be anything. When I'm scripting, like when I was writing my Master's End stuff, I would put on Lord of the Rings soundtrack and just let those play, the score. And the music would sometimes affect my thoughts in terms of what I'm writing and generate something that was better than what I was going to do in the first place. Yeah, sometimes when I'm scripting and stuff like that, when I'm writing the plot to a thing, I can't have anything playing. It distracts. And if I do, it's kind of quiet and in the background. But when I'm trying to come up with the words, like my mind is locked into the story and I'm thinking about what they're saying and what they're feeling and what we're conveying, and having, again, like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack was appropriate to my Master's End stuff. Yeah, see, just what Ginger Bear right there said, exactly that. Yeah. Yeah, no words, but there could be a theme. But drawing is anything. Yeah, sometimes that music just got my mind going, and I come up with something when I'm scripting it that I'm like, oh, because again, I'll sit there and be writing the script, and then I think, like a lot of artists, there's a lot of time spent kind of like staring off into space where your mind just wanders as you're kind of thinking of what you're doing. And then as I'm thinking of the scene and what I want them to say and the flow, the music, I'm like, oh, I could do this or that or this. So it helps. Hence salt and pepper, right? Yeah. When I'm throwing lead or ink or pencil down, just anything that makes me feel good in the moment. It could be salt and pepper. I could be listening to a score to Star Trek. I could be listening to Metallica. Just kind of whatever. Oh, shoot. I slid into Chuck's DMs and he was late to see. Oh, there's a reason I said it that way, Chuck. That was no accident. I want people to feel welcome and perhaps slightly awkward. Y'all been watching Chuck's recent uploads with the whether it's inking the stuff that we're doing or his own individual stuff like that. What was it, a side blade that you did, Chuck? You inked over, was it a Brett Booth? Was it Brett Booth? That thing looks so good, my dude. You want my bod? Here's the hot rod. Yeah, he called it a morning warm up. Meanwhile, we're all looking at it going like, okay, well, that's professional level. And I don't know, Chuck. I might be. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've kind of been noticing. It seems like the likes, like the interaction that you're getting in your art that you post up is getting. It's like it's picking up speed, and you're getting like professional artists, like other professionals or people that that are professional artists, like liking your stuff or commenting on it, and that is awesome. That is how it should be. That is how the universe should be.
I hear the train a coming, it's rolling around a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Bridge, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
Me and Chuck decided we want to take over Danger Girl and revitalize the concept. Who's with us?
I bet them rich folks from a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking.
I don't think anybody would be interested in my crappy art compared to Campbell's, but what a challenge that would be, right?
But those people keep a moving. That's what orders me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I left that lonesome whistle on my blues all day.
Oh, I know. That was just a joke. Yeah. I honestly think no one looks good compared to Campbell on that thing.
Taco Bell's Lux Cravings boxes.
It's just as
Luxuriate with the $5 box. Be transported with the $7 box. Or encounter the
That's like
$9 box, like the cheesy dipping burrito.
impossible task to measure up to what he did. Oh, my commercials. I hate the commercials. Stuff drives me nuts. I just wish Campbell would come back and do more Danger Girl. Just show, like, that would be the perfect time for Campbell to come back and do Danger Girl with, like, the resurgence of Liefeld doing Youngblood again, and, like, Battle Beast and Skinbreaker out there doing well. Like, let's have a resurgence of some other Image comic titles, and everyone would be interested in freaking Danger Girl by Campbell. Like, it's a guaranteed success if he draws it. Yeah, I wish Campbell drawn tears on anything. Yeah, Ginger Bear, Ed Benz or Bennis or however you say his name. He only did the first issue. The next one is on to somebody else. It's a monumental disappointment to say the least. Yeah, Chuck, he's a master storyteller. I look at those Danger Girls. I'm sure most of you have watched my videos on those and how much I just gushed over them nonstop. It's like he knows exactly what he's doing and exactly how to make it work. Like, I don't feel like Joe Mad on Battle Chasers is even at that level. You know, it was a perfect book, perfectly constructed. And I think I saw him in an interview once recently say that he's kind of worried that he's kind of rusty and wouldn't know how to draw sequential pages as good anymore. But I'm kind of like, oh, come on, my dude. It'll take like 5 seconds to get back into that swing of things. Yeah, he also does not use sketchbooks. Yeah, I can fantasize all day, all how much I want. But you know, it's weirder things have happened. You know, the fantasy is that Campbell would come back and draw a comic book again. And again, weirder things have happened, so I will hold out hope as long as he's alive and drawing. It's kind of like I hold out hope that McFarlane will draw Spider-Man again, or Jim Lee might do one more X-Men thing. It's probably energy better spent elsewhere, I know, but it's my party, and I can wish if I want to.
Sales.com. Low fuck is supposed to buy. And I'm gonna tell you why. I just walked in with no time to wait. That's something you run a low book with the
What the fuck?
Cover your hair and your eyes. Then. Okay, this is called Oh Me. If I had to lose a mind, if I had to touch feeling, hell, I would lose my soul. Maybe I do. I don't have to think, all I have to do is. Results are always perfect. That's all I do. Would you like to hear my voice? Sprinkle with emotion.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, Chuck. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Being that it'll probably never happen no matter how much I think about it. In fantasy world, it would be awesome, but I like to live in fantasy world because I'm dumb. But you're probably right. It would just never compare. I'm just trying to think of something that, you know, what could Jim Lee do that I would absolutely die to see? And it's literally nothing at DC Comics. So, like, what else could he do? I would buy anything Silvestri would do, like literally anything. Shotgun scream. Dude, that's funny. Fantasy world might become the real world depending on the Hadron Collider's activity. That's funny, man. Yeah, Silvestri is a god. He's been for decades. And that's the thing. Silvestri always seems to be like the nicest guy. But I mean, so does like Jim Lee and all of them. They seem like nice guys. But for some reason, I get this kind of like warm feeling of comfort whenever I see Silvestri talking. He just seems like a dude you could just talk to. And he just seems like just a great guy, you know. You know, Mel, I don't think there are any Silvestri artist editions, although they did do a French language black and white edition of his Batman work, and it really pisses me off because I didn't know about it until it was sold out. uh, yeah, I got money waiting for a Silvestri artist edition. Good God, yes. Yeah, he never seems to age. I would buy the shit. I'm hoping some fan would put together like a fan version, like they're doing for Aaron Weisenfeld and Richard Bennett, which those are still being worked on. At least the Weisenfeld for sure. They recently updated that they were kind of not having as much original art as they were hoping. So they were putting out a call for anybody that has original art from Aaron Weisenfeld's his Wildstorm days to hit him up because they want to get as much as they can into the artist edition. Yeah, right, Jason? Like the French did it, sons of bitches. How did the French get it? And then whoever was lucky enough to just know about it in the first place. One of these days, maybe I'll find it on the aftermarket for a price I can choke down, which I would be willing to pay a little bit more than usual. Oh hell yeah, right? Chuck, a Silvestri artist edition with his Marvel stuff and a Vault edition with his image stuff. 100%. If somebody put a gun to my head and said you can only have one, I'd rather have the artist edition of his Wolverine and X-Men stuff. Although that would be a difficult internal battle for me personally. But yeah, I would want the image stuff for sure. Literally anything. Everyone knows how to speak Italian. Bibbidi bobbidi. Bibbidi bobbidi boobidi. Right, Adam? The X-Men run. I want the X-Men and the Wolverine stuff. All that Dan Green inked stuff, that organic. Oh my gosh. There's so much good work there. But then I want the Image stuff with all the inks from Scott Williams and Bat and Joseph Weems and all those guys with that sharp ink line. Because like I've shown this before, but I like to show it again. Up on my wall, I got some black and white stuff that I found and I printed out so I can zoom in and, see the interesting stuff on it. Including that right over there. Yeah. Doing it well. Yeah, you want the Wolverine Lady Deathstrike stuff he drew back in the day. Yeah. Oh, that was some of the earliest stuff I read. Mike, you're thinking of trying out for the Top Cow talent search? Do it, man. Is the talent search actually active right now? Like, is it going now?
Check out the manufacturing line for the Multimatic 220 ACDC. So check it out. One exciting thing we want to share with you about our production space.
Die, young bad girls do it well. Fast die, young bad girls do it well. Fast die, young bad girls do it well. Fast die, young bad girls do it well.
Oh yeah, those essential editions. Yeah, Jason's right there. There's some of those essential editions that have black and white. It's a nice kind of placeholder in place of a big artist edition. The talent hunt launched on January 6th. That was my birthday. Yeah, Essentials had Silvestri, Adams, Simonson, and Rick Leonardi. Damn, I'm going to have to seek that one out. I say that a lot. Then I never remember later.
When I'm banging on the dash for my chain, it's my chest. When I'm banging on the radio, back it, yeah, put it from the game with the signal. Cover me, cause I'm changing it, I handle it. My life, I'm okay when I get to where I'm going, getting happy,
Thanks, Mello. Thanks for stopping in, man. As always, hope you're doing well.
When I'm banging on the dash for my chain, it's my chest. When I'm banging on the radio, chain, it's my chest. When I'm banging on the dash for my chain, it's my chest. When I'm get back, get down.
Chuck's got all the essential X-Men books. I think we talked about this last time for some of you who were here. But you guys see that on YouTube, inker Richard Friend, he's selling his entire comic book collection, all his comics and all his art books. He's like, I'm just getting rid of them. He's like, I don't look at most of this stuff and it's in the way and it's time to let He says all of it, but then he was like, maybe most of it, but probably all of it. And I can identify with that. Some of this shit I'm going to get rid of because I know I'll never look at it again once I'm done reviewing it on the channel. Yeah, Chuck, I've seen some of those essentials where they're just gray tones, where it looks like they just took the colored page and scanned it and then just turned it into black and white. Like, I don't want to see that. Yeah, that's and you know, maybe they didn't have access to them and they just thought maybe they'd try it anyway. I don't know. But yeah, Jason, yeah, Richard Friend he's just getting rid of it all. He's like, I'm done. This stuff takes up space, and he's like, I wanted it, but I don't ever look at it. So what am I gonna do with it? It's just sitting there. I got a lot of stuff to purge myself. A lot of stuff I know I'm not gonna ever let go, but you know, until I die. Then my kids or whoever the fuck get to go, why did Dad have this crappy comic book collection? We should just throw it in a dumpster. Then I'll haunt them from the afterlife. You dumb sons of bitches. You know, Sheldon, he didn't mention anything in that video. I wish he would. I am so ready for that book. The art he kept putting up for that, it's just like, this is going to be like mind-blowing work for that Blaster Kid. The art, I am so ready for that. Chuck, you're running out of room. Yeah, right? There's like, all right, if I'm going to get this thing, where the hell are they going to go?
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to win. And think of the style like you used to. I look funny. But yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, well, I hope you're ready for me. I got around. I'm a little forward town, and my sound way.
Underground.
You gotta get show. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty. Pronounce the Humpty. Yo, ladies. Stepping tall, yo. And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereo me. I like the rhyme. I like to get funky. I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy. I'm sick with this. Straight gangster, man.
Oh, Ginger, you commented on it, and he hasn't responded. That's kind of I wonder if he kind of feels bad about it, or, you know, if he hasn't commented, I wonder if maybe he feels kind of some kind of way about it. I didn't know about, yeah, that guy Kelsey. I know he vanished. I didn't know about him screwing somebody or people on his crowdfunder. What did he do on that one? Was it just another case of, hey, I did a crowdfunder and I took all your money and never produced the book? Because that shit pisses me right off. I mean, that kills your career in a single stroke, right?
So you're Humpty. You're really funny, that kid. That's all right, because I get things cooking. You're scared, you're glad, you're constantly trying to compare me. But you can't get rid of me. I feel you. Ladies, I'm really getting sincere because I'm Humpty knows I'm tickling you. I know this shit. I'm not ashamed.
Jerry Gaines, if you have the money, you'll take any image stuff I want to get rid of. I mean, Jerry, I'm going to have a bunch of image stuff to get rid of. And I'm not looking to like make money off these things, just kind of move them along. So I don't know if you follow me on Discord or Instagram, but you can message me there and I could start piecing together a bunch of stuff that I know I'm going to move along and let you know what it is, and you can decide what you'd want if you're interested. But yeah. Yeah, Chuck, I've mentioned that before when people are talking about it. Like you and I kind of agreed. Like I'm not going to put it out there until the art's done. And in fact, I've mentioned I want to like even have the proof copy. Like I want to submit the file to the printer and get the proof copy back so I can have the actual physical copy in hand. And when I make the video to, promote it, I can show it's done. Here's the proof copy. Like you're not waiting on the art. I'm not waiting on anything. It's done. All I have to do is know who wants what, because we'll have at least one variant cover, maybe two. But the primary, alpha cover is me and Chuck. I got to get those scans of that cover to you, Chuck. And then, but yeah, we'll be able to say it's done. Book is drawn. I'm holding a copy, so there's no wait. Yeah, do 100 alternate covers. Why not? Seems to work for Youngblood. Chuck, if the other guy we're talking about is the guy that I'm pretty sure we're talking about, he said sure, and then I sent him a follow-up a little bit later, said, hey, I just need to know where to send the reference material so you know what these characters look like, and there was no response. And then so I sent another kind of, hey, what's up, and no response. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's a certain point where I'm not going to be a little bitch and keep hounding a person. I'm like, all right. I mean, if he ever hits me back up within a reasonable time frame, sure. But nope. So unfortunately, that kind of bums me out because I was really excited about that. But it's all right. I know, Adam. I'm excited to get it into people's hands, and but it's all about timing is going to be right, and I'm excited for it. I'm proud of this thing. I mean, I am also a little bit embarrassed. Sometimes I think about the content I decided to put in there. I'm like, kind of as a joke. I'm like, I'm going with it. I am putting in this ridiculous adult content. I'm like, oh man. But you know what? We're committed. It is what it is, and we're doing it. Yeah, I know, Chuck. I might try one more time to just be like, hey, my dude, don't want to be a pest. I thought I'd try one last time. I've messaged you, but yeah, Chuck, for me, that was like a major, like, oh my God, this would be amazing. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. But also that guy who did the gray tones for Liefeld's Last Blood. There was that manga edition, which I have a copy of. In fact, I got 2 copies now. He's gonna do ink tones on a variant version. So that would be a fun kind of. Here's an alternate version. I have one from Mike McMahon in the chat. He did one for me quite a while ago, actually. And so that's that. And it looks great. Like, you know, I've been holding on to it, obviously. But he did an awesome cover. I don't know if Mike's still in the chat here. But yeah, Chuck, ours is a front and back double cover. It's like a, it's kind of like a weird mashup of, I mean, you've seen it, but it's like it's kind of a vague combination of X-Force #1 and X-Men #1. Like the front is like composition X-Force, and then the back is kind of characters positioned like the X-Men from X-Men #1. The way they were kind of positioned, sort of like, I don't know if anyone would pick it up as being that exactly if they saw it and didn't know, but yeah, I think, and then of course we're going to get it colored. I'm going to get that one colored up, and I think it's going to be neat. Yeah, Mike McMahon, he's a good guy, and he drew up a pretty fun looking one. He put a big old jar of dong in the background of his book, the cover he did. There's a giant dong in the background, so it'll go under like you know, variant cover, not safe for work, or I mean, I guess if you don't know what it is, you might look at it and go, what's that in the jar in the background? Is it a giant turd? A snake? Try that again. Turd snake, ginger bear, dog. What's was that? Dong. Oh yeah, you're saying dong. Sorry, I'm slow. We all knew that. What's the ETA? I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's not too far. It's kind of waiting until everything is ready to go at the right time. Spring? Then I'm always like, should I, it's all about timing. When's the best time? Some people were saying, don't do crowdfunders during December. But then, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to go up against anybody else if I can avoid it, at least people that I know. I know Isaac Bell, his Metal Shade, he's throwing one up this month. In fact, I think it starts this week, which is irrelevant because we're like, mine's not ready to go anyway. I know it's been a minute, Adam, but we're working on it. But we want it to look right. Like, best foot forward, first impressions. People might be like, I don't know who this fucking Rob is and why he felt the need to draw a book about a severed dick and then all the gross shit he put in the book. But Chuck made him shine, so he's got that going for him, right? Yeah, if I could get that comic done by this weekend, that'd be great. Oh yeah, yeah. Is it a collection, Chuck, that it's part of? Has he talked to you more about it, or is that something you guys just kind of worked out already? Um, was it like a double cover for the trade collection or something like that? Yeah, I know I'm picking up that copy. Yeah, Metal Shade, inked by Chuck. I'm not gonna say I forgot that he did it, but it's been a minute, so I kind of passed my mind for a second. But you want to see the best stuff Chuck has ever inked? Check out the frickin' Metal Shade cover. In fact, I was actually talking to Isaac Bell. He sent me a birthday like voicemail. It was really cool of him, and he's like, "Rob, we got to collaborate. We got to combine ourselves." He says, "I've been thinking of you and your channel, and there's something we could do to kind of combine forces and support each other and grow each other." I'm like, "You bet your fucking ass, my dude. Like you say no more. You say the word go, and I'm gonna jump." Hooking up next to Isaac Bell would be one of the best possible things I could do for myself. For me and Chuck's book. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I think it's Void War, so I don't know if it's a single issue, but I thought it was a collection of all of them. Issues 0, 1, 2, and 3 or something like that. I guess I'll have to find out. But I keep hoping maybe to like what would be awesome is to get like a how awesome would it be to get like a Isaac Bell cover or something. It's probably not too far out of the realm of possibility. I mean, considering his popularity in the indie crowdfund comic world, that would be a major win on our side. I'm sure not for this book we're doing now, but maybe for future ones or something like that. Avoid. You have a cover from him in the bank. I mean, the effort you put into that cover, Chuck, that sounds like that'd be an awesome trade. That thing was, and of course, everyone knows me. I'm like, is there going to be a black and white cover version? Because I want to see that goddamn thing in the black and white. He sometimes does black and white editions. Yeah, Isaac Bell, he's a good guy. He's from all my interactions with him, he's a standing dude.
Meet Farmville's $4 million merchant division. With $99 million discount, Bidline offers the slimmest profile in the industry, while including all of the Paisley division.
Anybody who is anybody. Yeah, when you get your thing going, yeah. That would be awesome. You get that people would definitely look at that. I mean, that is major win right there.
It's a great way to improve communication and create awareness. Speaking of signs, it's something like a radio sign.
Let's start working out ideas there, Mr. Jason. I will punish a cover. All right, Chuck, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm almost done here myself. It's almost at the 2 hour mark, and that's enough for me. Almost there. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Chuck. As always. But I guess you're kind of welcome on these chats, I guess. Let's see. What the fucking commercial? Oh, it's getting inked. I don't ever leave anything pencil unless um, I absolutely hate it or it's going to be inked by somebody else. But this is just kind of just for me. So yeah, I'm going to ink this thing. It'll probably be what I do on live stream later this week. Yeah, I almost never ever leave anything just pencil unless, like, for example, Chuck, who is just here. Obviously, I leave those pencil for him to ink. It's going to be all black in the background. Yeah. Just kind of wrapping up for the night. was supposed to do a live stream with my my good lady friend Jessica tonight, but her husband got sent out of town from his job, and so she doesn't have anyone to watch all her kids while she draws, so we weren't able to make that happen. So maybe next Monday, Jessica on here, have someone talking who's actually charming and interesting besides, you know, just my obnoxious voice. Okay, well, got all kind of the main fun important stuff done. I've got to add in the little metal rivet things all over Fisto's outfit here, across his chest piece, and then across his glove and his belt. I gotta finish some of the technology stuff on Trapjaw's arm, draw in Strong Arm's big old arm and fist down here, finish up She-Ra, but it's mostly done. It's gonna be a lightning bolt. Yeah, I think that's all for tonight. I'm gonna shut her down.
Welcome to Miller in Appleton, Wisconsin. Today we're going to check out the manufacturing lines.
Okay, I'm calling it a night, fellas. I've had all I can stands. I can't stands no more. Okay, see you guys. Thanks, everyone.